Technology is changing super fast now, and this is how I, as a senior software engineer, am staying prepared. First, I started a YouTube channel. It's something that I have been meaning to do for a while, and I started this channel a while ago, but the actual content hasn't really been flowing until I made the intentional effort to try to make this content more regular. And it's gotten a little bit easier for me to actually speak fluently as I go through these videos. Originally, they felt very awkward, and now it feels a bit more natural. Towards specifically software engineering, I made a couple of videos about my resume, which I updated to make SVG so I could copy the text and then paste it somewhere. Here's an example of the text that I've copied and pasted, something that I need to update. Yeah, with the actual places that I worked. So the thing that I like about this is that it's searchable. It's something that contains literal text, but there's also a visual associated with it, which is nice. Also, doing it this way gives me the ability to make links to my different projects. So it adds a little bit of interactivity, which I really appreciate. And would recommend for your own website, at least for the process of considering how you would want it laid out. I would also recommend learning a declarative programming language. HTML, you probably have seen recommendations to learn, but actually getting into the nitty gritty of what the language has to offer, I think is going to be huge. Because there are different ways that you can mark up the elements, label them with classes so you can make them targetable, but also with ARIA, towards accessibility, there are different ways that you can make your website interpretable by various systems that would crawl it. I'm going to talk about in another video later. But that was that video, making my resume. I also made a swoop construct overview video in which I talk about the programming language that I've been developing for the past, I want to say 5 to 8 years, depending on how you count it. Recently, we've had a lot of advancement with large language models, which have actually filled in some of the gaps with what I actually wanted this language to do. And that's pretty helpful as well. So I've been practicing talking about that, and I'm going to make more videos where I actually put it into practice. Also, I reflect on these videos as I make them, and hopefully it's going to get more and more fluent as time goes on. Next, I have this Instagram account where I post my creative musings. I've been doing this for a while, trying to go for cohesion. I like the idea of being stylistically cohesive with the things that I create. I've been working on these with these two projects in mind called Baneland and Boonland. Bane.land and bane.land and boon.land. They also have Instagram accounts that coordinate with what they are meant to do. Baneland is meant to be more abstract, more of the fundamental components, and Boonland is meant to be how they actually come together to create a cohesive story. There's another one called In Boonland, which is private right now, but that's supposed to describe the canon of what the actual sites do. The difference between Baneland and Boonland right now is that Boonland gets the updates first, and Baneland is a different site. Eventually, they're going to mirror the actual Instagram accounts more, but, baby steps. So that's basically it. I will probably redo this video with editing and actually get into it in a more eloquent way. So we'll see.